a favorable FTA for giving up the Russian oil. India must take a virtue out of the necessity by proposing that it will comply with the US sanctions in exchange for the later addressing of its key strategic interest. The American decision on 22nd October to blacklist Russia's energy giants Rosneft and Lukoil marks a significant escalation in economic sanctions targeted to Russia, as the two companies together accounts for 57% of Russia's crude oil outputs and export revenues, while smaller Russian firms are responsible for the remaining 43% remain unsanctioned by the US for now. But the impact of this move is profound for major oil importing countries such as India. The Indian oil companies have already announced that they will cease the purchasing the Russian oil to avoid the potential sanctions on them. This shift is especially notable that the Russia's share in India's crude imports surged from a mere 1% to an all-time high of approx 40% of following the Ukraine war. While the Donald Trump administration claimed that India was indirectly supporting Putin's war effort by buying oil, New Delhi's stance was simply driven by the pursuit of affordable energy sources which are available to them at the times. India faces a dilemma. Should it continue buying Russian oil or one way or another, or to cease its imports altogether? For sure, US has no rights to dictate how two sovereign nations conduct their bilateral trade. While Russian companies have been sanctioned by the US, Moscow has no intention of stopping its oil exports to India, especially. It is for the importing countries such as India, China to decide whether they are willing to take the potential and secondary risks of sanctions from the US for doing the business with the sanctioned Russian entities. Now that said, India currently has two options. The first is to continue the purchasing Russian oil for which is available despite the American sanctions. In doing so, the Indian buyers could attempt to bypass the US sanctions by sourcing the oil through the middlemen, avoiding the direct dealings with Russia to avoid the sanctions. India could also leverage the existing shadow fleets to bring Russian oil covertly to its refineries. While these strategies could help to maintain energy supply, they could also be the risk-provoking Trump's ire and the potential sanctions. Equally importantly, defying American sanctions, especially those imposed by Mercurial Trump, may not be the smartest course of action. Pushing against Trump is a kind banging one's head against a stone wall. It's neither effective nor prudent. Even China, which has considerable more leverage over USA than India, has so far indicated to likely to halt the purchases from the sanctioned Russian firms. Now, if picking up a fight with Trump makes little sense, India would be better served by adopting a pragmatic approach to Russian oil purchases. Other that it is able to balance the diplomatic considerations, energy needs and economic interest without engaging in any type of unnecessary confrontations with the US and its sanctions that could harm the broader strategies of India. This is an option of two. That is, this option relates to an operating within the constraints of Trump's administration on Russia. In geopolitics, you play with the cards you are dealing with, not ones that you are wished for, which may never be with your side. In a world of geopolitical pragmatism, the key criticism for India's decision of buying Russian oil shouldn't be whether it is done under the US pressure or not, rather which is the available choices will deliver maximum benefit to India. A pragmatic strategy to balance the US sanctions to India's national interest would be involve a series of calculated measures. Let us consider some of the measures. 1. The New Delhi can still buy oil from the non-sanctioned Russian companies, that is accounts for the 40% of the Russia's total oil exports. Besides the Rosneft and Lukoil, the two sanctioned Russian oil major companies, there are still other non-sanctioned entities which are smaller, to whom India can still buy oil without attracting the American secondary sanctions. Now it's the two Russian firms that are sanctioned, not the Russian oil. This is, however, easier said than to do. To viewing the issue of Russian oil in isolation would be short-sighted. India's decision to purchase Russian oil is or must not be considered in the broader context of its ability to push back against the USA. The likelihood of success of such pushback and the impact of India's larger strategic interest through the USA. In other words, Delhi must consider its broader interest through the USA when deciding whether to abide by the American sanctions on Russia. For India, the priority is securing a favorable trade agreement with Washington and ensuring that USA removes the additional 25% of tariff that was imposed by Trump administration for buying the Russian oil. If Delhi negotiations clearly, a trade deal could trim up to 25% of tariff imposed on Indian products under the Trump's first tariff decision. While seizing the Russian oil, purchases might be reduced to remove the additional 25% imposed. Now, putting differently, India should consider halting its Russian oil purchases in exchange for a favorable trade with USA. New Delhi is also other mediums and other terms in an interest through the USA while pushing back against Trump's unilateral sanctions might surely boost our national pride. Tangible benefits of national pride and are generally limited and the risks outweigh the gains. Instead, Delhi should consider offer to cease buying the sanctioned Russian oil in exchange for a shift to US policy, that is, an end to Trump's adverse geopolitical stance towards India and South Asia. India should see the US corporation to restore a favorable regional balance of power in the Indo-Pacific, ensuring that their strategies interests are aligned in the broader regional context. Lastly, to be clear, New Delhi has limited options when it comes to defying American sanctions on Russian oil. So it must be virtue out of the necessity by engaging with the Trump's administration and proposing that India will comply with US sanctions in exchange for US addressing India's key strategic interest. Geopolitics and national interest require pragmatic, realist approaches rather than efforts to massage national egos. Thanks for watching.